It's going on the new record. It's called Sunshine. Well, Frank don't mind the rain. He kinda digs the sound. But Portland in November can sometimes get you down. When you're standing in a doorway, trying to keep out of the cold. No one's looking your way. You got no bills to fold. Well, Frank, he don't like begging, but he could use a buck or two. Get a bed down at the mission, maybe sleep a whole night through, and dream about Maria, a girl that he once knew. We all need a little sunshine. We all need a little sunshine. Everybody needs a little sunshine. Too many days, dark and gray. We need a little sunshine. Well, Frank touched down at Pioneer Square, June of '69. He thumbed here up the West Coast to get the war off of his mind. It's where he met Maria, and she made him feel so fine, singing, we all need a little sunshine. She was singing, we all need a little sunshine. Everybody needs a little sunshine. Love was free, so was she, singing in the sunshine. Oh, yeah. Frank wakes up at sunrise. He hears a distant train. He finds a piece of cardboard in the alley by the drain. He writes his message black and bold and remembers why he came here. We all need a little sunshine. We all need a little sunshine. Everybody needs a little sunshine. I can't take another day, dark and gray. We need a little sunshine. Sunshine. Everybody needs a little sunshine. Everybody needs a little sunshine. Well, Frank don't mind the rain. He kinda digs the sound. For those of you who only know me for that one song, I sure am sorry.
Yeah.
Every now and then, well, usually every night, there's one or two people that come, or maybe sometimes it's all of them, I don't know. But it's always kind of a funny thing to have one song that was a really big thing, and then you have to fill up an hour and a half of music. So I don't want to do that first. Everyone might leave. I write weird songs. I kind of always have, and I like to tell stories. I grew up from a railroad family. My father and my grandfather a bunch of those guys worked on the Southern Railway, and so trains come in my songs a lot, and storytelling does as well. It's kind of part of that deal. I was headed up to Nashville one time, and I noticed a county road sign that kind of passed me by before, or I'd never really noticed. The last county in Georgia before you get up to Tennessee is called Catoosa County, and it got stuck in my head, and I mentioned it to my friend Chuck Cannon, great songwriter up there in Nashville, and he said, well, let's write Catoosa County. I said, well, I don't really know what went on there, to tell you the truth. It's kind of it's barely in Georgia, and it's barely a town, Ringgold Gap. And he said, well, let's Google it, and so we did. And we found out that a Civil War battle was fought there. It was part of the Battle of Lookout Mountain. And 1,000 people died in Ringgold Gap, Georgia in one day. I was like, wow, that's at least a song. That's pretty significant. And yeah, that's what's good about songwriting. You try to learn stuff as you go. And got to thinking, I wonder if soldiers back then, I was in the Army for a little while, and there was a point where I decided to go another route. And I come from a military family too. My brother was in career Navy, and my dad was in the 82nd Airborne, so I kind of thought I was supposed to jump out of airplanes. And I wondered if soldiers back in the Civil War days would look back on that time as I've talked to other soldiers who've been in combat. It's a strange thing, and I've never been in combat. I'm fortunate that I didn't do that. Didn't have to do that. Lots of friends, though. This is called Catoosa County. Well, I turned 17, spring of 1861, and I killed 20 men before I turned 21. 20 holes and 20 men, 20 holes is buried in. There they lay in the cold red Georgia clay of Catoosa County. I can hear the screaming, I can smell black powder burning, cannonballs flying and the Gatling guns turning. 1,000 souls, 1,000 men, one big hole is buried in. Shallow grave in the cold hard Georgia clay of Catoosa County. And the blue and the gray paint the colors of your life, while the old men find a way to send the young men off to die. If I could, I would place $100 billion bounty on the hate that makes the war and digs the graves of Catoosa County. Night falling on the hills, and a full moon comes a-shining. I can hear the whippoorwill, and the coyotes go to whining. and all the souls of all the men roll in the holes they're buried in, blue and gray in the blood-red Georgia clay of Catoosa County. And the blue, red, and pink, the colors of your life. And it's true, you can pray, but even God ain't saying why. If I could